Good morning, everyone. This is Juana. I am here to share with you a couple more Ave Maria journals that I made using Nicola's digitals at the Paper Cameo. So today I have an envelope journal, a clutch envelope, and a wall hanging. So we'll start with the envelope journal first. And she measures 9 inches long by 4 inches wide. She has 40 pages front and back. And so I used the first Ave Maria kit, and I decorated her with laces and embellishments, beaded appliques, and little page charms. And she is kept close with a length of variegated sari silk. So this is the cover. I hope you guys can see the details. I think she came out lovely. I'm very happy with her. And so we'll go inside. And in this journal, I've used coffee dyed papers. I've used stencil papers by from Jennifer at A Trace of Sparkle. Laces are from Nery's Laces, and these little charms are from my own stash. Here's a butterfly on a length of chain. And here is a pearl bead. And so in this pocket, I made what you call this? A tab. Oh, for heaven's sakes. I made a notepad, and I've added a saying from The Hopeful Bird on Etsy. It's just this saying. And I shrunk the, excuse me, my mind is going to engage here shortly. I shrunk one of the envelopes from the Paper Cameo's Ave Maria, and I made it just like a sleeve, so you can add more papers, you can take out papers, you can refill it, and and that just made me realize I had it on the wrong side. But anyway, so this just slides back in there, and goes back in this pocket. I wanted, whoever got this journal, I wanted them to have lots of writing space, so not every page is decorated. This is some vellum that I printed on. This paper is from another line. I can't remember right now, but I'll try to put it in the description box. This is a little pocket I made, and I used the word hope on there. And in here is another one of the Hopeful Birds labels, cards. And I made a little journaling card. Again, I shrunk it, and I added a lace ruffle to the top, and I also printed on the back, and you can journal on this. And this goes right back in here. In this, you can flip it over. You can write on the back. You have this here. Flip it back. And I just used it just to hold this page here. On this page, this is some parchment paper. A pocket with another one of the hopeful bird sayings in here. Another pocket, another journaling card with a little snippet of an applique on there. This is some printed vellum. And this is the back of a gold lace paper dolly. That's my little made by NerisLaces. The other side of that vellum. And another pocket with another. Oh, I am sorry. My my microphone isn't supported by this new phone, so I am going to try my best to speak loudly so that you guys can hear. And I apologize if the sound is too low. I have to remind myself to speak loudly. Excuse me. This is another page from the Ave Maria kit. More parchment paper. And here I used 2 journal cards. Well, I made them into journal cards. And I made a pocket out of them. And here is another journal card. Another printed paper. Another vellum, Jennifer's paper. In here, I put some sari silk down the spine here. That's another little pocket with another shrunken card. And all the pages, most of the pages, I should say, are trimmed out in this beautiful taupe colored lace trim from my stash. And here, on this page, I shrunk one of the little tuck spots and I added a little card to it. Some coffee dyed lace, and I made another booklet, and it's tied onto this page with a length of lace and more writing space, and I just tucked it in here to keep it from flopping all over the place. If I can get this right. On the bottom has two different laces, this dangle lace and this lace that I used on the pocket on the page before. And I forgot to mention that I added some bead fringe to this journal. In here you can see where that booklet is attached to the page. And this is Nery's lace, and I made a tag and decorated it with a little daisy flower. Here's the other side of that lace pocket, and this is just a tiny booklet I made with some of the images that I shrunk them down to this size. This page, I believe it's from the triple vintage, something like that. Here's a little cameo from my stash. This page here with a little lace ruffle and a bead dangle on this lace also. And here is another pocket, and again I shrunk the cards and the tags, and they can all be used to journal on the back. So that just goes back in there. And we have another printed page, and I added a piece of corded applique to the top. Another page. I made another tuck spot using that envelope, the top part of it. And here we have another of Hopeful Bird sayings, and I printed the tag on vellum, and the same tag I printed on cardstock. We have the vellum, paper, and cardstock. All can be journaled on. And she goes right back in there. More page. This one particular page is from Jennifer Stevens. I believe this is from, no, well, I won't say because I'm not sure, but I'll put a link to her her Etsy shop in there if I remember to. And here's just a little piece of an applique, parchment paper, printed paper, and some paper doilies in the middle. Here's another pocket with another journaling card. More printed paper. And then we come to the last page with the pocket and another one of Hopeful Bird sayings. And that's the journal. Now I will show you the clutch envelope I made to go with this set. And I used coffee dyed lace from Nery's Laces. And this lace matches the lace on the journal, and it's from my own stash. And then this beaded trim is from my own stash also. Here's a flower with some tulle behind it, and in the center it's a bling, pearl bling from Nery's Laces. This here is lace from my stash, and I got this at Joann's. And the back, I used Nery's lace on the back, which I left plain. And all I did was use a piece of cardstock to fashion this envelope. Oh, behind the flower, excuse me, behind the flower I made a double bow with the same lace that's on the back. We open her up. I used magnetic snaps to keep her closed. The inside I also lined with the lace. And inside there's this little booklet I made. More pages for you to journal on. And this lace doily I got from Julie, who owns KS4U. And here is a lace frame that I coffee dyed. It was all covered and I just cut the middle out of it to use it as a frame. And again, I used the same trim from the journal all around, just to tie them all in together, since I made it a set. This paper here came from a journal that I bought from Sierra. And here we have printed papers, coffee dye papers, tea stain papers, avocado dye papers, and all these is just more journaling space. One of the little cameos from Ave Maria set, and then in the middle I used 2 of the tags, made it into a page, and then I made this little booklet, which is more writing spaces. And so that's the little booklet with the clutch envelope. And now for the last piece of this set, I wanted to make something different, and so I used the image and cut it out in the heart shape. And so I used 2 of them, the front, the back, and actually this particular print is from the second Ave Maria set in the Paper Cameos digitals. So what I did was I cut out the 2 hearts, and then I cut out a strip to make it into a pocket. And here I used a little daisy from NerisLaces, and I put it over the punched hole to give it some stability. And I decorated it with pieces of appliques and beaded pieces. And then this is some music sheet that I rolled up and tied with some pieces of lace. This is another one. This one is just a printed lace paper. And I made a lollipop with the images. Again, I shrunk them and cut them out in a heart shape. And then I made a little booklet that you can journal in. And I just added a couple of beads on the binding thread. And then this is just some tissue paper, printed tissue paper that I had, and I put it in there. I added a length of chain, so this can hang on the wall. And we just put this all back in here. Of course, it doesn't want to behave because I'm on camera, but we're going to make it fit. again, this is my project. I hope you enjoyed this, and thank you again for watching. I will leave all the details in the description box below. Have a blessed day. Bye.